Hi there, it's Paulie here. So, yeah, just weird celebrity tales. I'm just one of those people who bumps into folk because I work for film and games and so on. So, I voice act. And when I've done voice acting scripts for things like, Discworld, where they get John Pertwee and Tony Robinson and so on in, I sit down and read the parts opposite them when we record and all that sort of thing. So, but I was invited in as a guest of honour of a little games convention, which was great. But it was this kind of whole hotel-y kind of casino-y complex. There was a Star Trek convention in like the other half of this thing. Joining them, there was this kind of big walkway, and they had decided to set up like a thing for my convention, the games convention, for sitting down, meet the guest, chit and chat, and all this sort of stuff. So I turned up early for that one because I wanted to set up some books and things. And all right, so there's a table. There's another table beside it. So I turn up some books, and then a somewhat older gentleman turned up, and he had some books and so on. He was struggling a bit, so I raced over and helped him, and he turned around and said hello, and it's like, oh, yeah, you're Walter Koenig, aren't you? Said, yeah, it was Walter Koenig, good old Mr. Chekov. I hadn't really realised he's the guest of honour of the Trek thing, and they've organised a meet the guest thing in the same space. They hadn't checked. Neither convention bothered to check to see if anyone was using the concourse, which is kind of mutual ground. We both turned up real early, so it was actually a beautiful time because I just got to sit down with Walter Koenig and spend an hour talking about shoes and ships and sealing wax with him. Turns out he was quite a enthusiast for games and so on, and the guy was hilarious. But we sort of, as the committees from both conventions came in to see how the guests were doing. We did you brought them over there, and we kind of broke this deal. So look, anyone that's paid for one convention can just wander into the other one for today, and we'll crisscross and get people interested in each other's thing, which was fantastic. So lots of cross traffic, and the dealers tables did really well out of it. And I think more cons should do this. Koenig's, he wanted to make sure that we all got to see his guest of honor presentation. It was hilarious because unlike many folk, he sort of has that thing that I guess Australians and British and so on kind of delight on, in sort of making fun of themselves. So he was up there answering questions and so on, and there's Trekkies in the audience, and like one was like, "Ooh, Mr. Koenig, Mr. Koenig, Mr. Koenig." Says, "Yes." Says, "Oh, I just wanted to say how much I've just always admired all of your acting." And yeah, that's interesting because you're talking Star Trek, aren't you? Okay, because I do and always have done lots of stage and so on, and I've had other TV and movie appearances, but you are talking Star Trek. Says, yeah, well, I have to tell you, Star Trek wasn't really a stretch on the old acting muscles. The typical preparation for my appearance in an episode of original Star Trek was me pacing back and forth beforehand, like, warp factor 4, Captain. No. Warp factor 4, Captain? Warp factor 4, Captain. Or factor 4, Captain. No. He was saying that basically at the auditions, he was just hired because he was the one that had the most high-piercing, girly scream. Oh, God. I did love he had this whole thing where he was talking about Wrath of Khan. And he was saying he sort of saw that there were kind of secondary characters that came and went, but no one cared about continuity of the show. So when he came in, he immediately read all the scripts for the first season, because Chekov doesn't come in as a character till the second. And he started becoming the one that was just keeping track of continuity. Who is this person? Have these two met before? Did we mention that these two characters have met before? He just I just have a memory for that sort of stuff. And so, like, oh, well, better keep this guy reappearing on set. So, like, yes, because like I was so poor, I really needed the money. But once it got into movie things, it's like he kind of kept that role. So someone comes excitedly to him. So we got another Star Trek movie happening, way better than the first one. Says, here's a script, you're gonna love it. So he read through this. He said, this was fantastic, Wrath of Khan. But the most fantastic thing is Chekov, who's really just been like, occasional Russian foil, like, he's got a real role in this. It's like, wow, fantastic. Yes. So, however, the thing has as its basis that this is Khan, who met the Enterprise in the first season of Star Trek, the original series, but Khan recognizes Chekov, who it is absolutely said is a new transfer to the ship in the second season. So was absolutely definitely not there. Well, now I'm faced with a problem. Do I, as an actor, accept the challenge that's been put in front of me to play this more involved role, that has actual speaking parts, or as the person that has taken it upon myself to be the continuity person, the true soul, the true voice of story integrity within the entire franchise, do I point out that, no, I'm sorry, you'll have to choose another character. Chekov wasn't there in the first season. Oh, actors are all hungry little bitches. What do you think I chose? It's like hilarious. What a guy. He had some heart troubles later on. It was quite heartwarming to see that the games community of that convention, they all sort of sent him, the convention sent him, get well cards. The individuals sent him get well cards. I know I didn't, where if we got answers back and so on. So it's like that little kind of contact in the gaming community was well received by Mr. Koenig and remembered with a deal of love. So, every time I see good old Star Trek, Chekov's got kind of a special connection because, just for that strange, weird, hilarious day. I have to say he was sort of, I was keeping him on the floor with various anecdotes as well. But really nice guy. I've loved the original Star Trek actors and so on that I've met. They seem to have all been great people, and I'm really enjoying the new Star Trek Strange New World series. Yes. Anyway, just thought I'd share some of his tales. The man's hilarious. If you ever get a chance to meet him or go to a show where he's speaking, do it. Okay.